Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, it's a full week of great high school sports action. In the Coach's Corner, meet the woman hoping to lead Noblesville to another championship. Plus, our Athlete of the Week looks to win back-to-back diving state titles.
Definitely this year, I've had a pretty good season. I've improved my score for my 6 dives 3 times now.
We're flying high on the Zone Extra right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Morian. What a week of action it has been with girls basketball and boys wrestling sectionals, plus the start of girls swimming tournament. In our Coach's Corner, her Millers begin their title defense tomorrow night. Noblesville girls basketball coach Donna Buckley is here in studio. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is a junior looking for her 2nd straight diving state championship. We'll introduce you to Center Grove's Mia Prusecki. And we go on campus in Bloomington to catch up with former Center Grove quarterback and new Indiana Hoosier Taven Jackson. Now let's check out this past week in high school sports. We'll start with girls sectional action. Tipping off across the state Tuesday night at Noblesville, it was Westfield taking on number 5 Zionsville. Early on, Eagles looking good. Faith leading, drives and gets the basket. Zionsville leads. Then Allie Caldwell open in the corner, knocks down the 3, part of a 10-0 run to start the game for the Eagles. Late first quarter, North Carolina commit Layla Hull steps back, buries the triple. Zionsville leads by 9 after a quarter. The Eagles win it 45-31. They get number 4 HSE tomorrow night. Also on Tuesday, number 3 Fishers open tournament play against their Hamilton County rival Carmel. Third quarter, Olivia Smith drives baseline, finishes inside. She had a game-high 18 points. Fishers up by a dozen. Later, Talia Harris. The bank is open for 3. Tigers in control. In the fourth, it's Harris again, gets the steal, takes it coast to coast, basket and 1. All Tigers, they win it 63-43. That sets up a showdown with the defending champion, Noblesville, tomorrow night.
Oh, it's going to be a battle. Sectional 8 is always a battle, and obviously they're very good, very talented, very well coached. They won last year. They have the experience, so it's most definitely going to be a battle on Friday night.
We came out from the start and we knew we had to do defense. In order to win this sectional, it has to start on the defensive end, and the offensive end is going to come to us. So just doing what we're supposed to do, being wall gap, and help our teammates out, give reminders. That's the main thing we had to come out tonight with.
Meanwhile, in boys basketball, the regular season rolls on as teams enter the home stretch. We are now less than a month away from the start of the state tournament. Last Saturday night, it was the city champ against the county champ. Crispus Attucks visited number 1 Ben Davis. It was a close one early. Attucks sophomore forward Desmond Briscoe drills the 3 to tie the game at 8. Later in the first half, Clay Butler drives to the basket, narrowly misses, but look at that. Jameer Carnell with the flush. That's a 15-0 run to end the first half for the Giants. Ben Davis up big in the second half. Butler crosses over. Another 3. That puts the Giants up by 24. Butler was the leading scorer with 13 points. All Ben Davis in this game. The top-ranked Giants win by 23. They're now 22-0 and ranked in the top 25 nationally. Speaking of the Giants, let's look at this week's Class 4A boys basketball poll. There, those Giants, undefeated this late in the season. Wow, right at number 1. Number 2 is Penn, 3 Center Grove, 4 Hammond Central, and 5 Cathedral. 3 Central Indiana teams in that top 5 in Class 4A. Moving to the mat, it's tournament time in boys wrestling as action began last weekend with sectionals and several great showings from Central Indiana programs. Some of the area teams winning team sectional titles include Brownsburg, Zionsville, Hamilton Heights, Carmel, Cathedral, Center Grove, Warren Central, and Center Grove's action continues Saturday with regionals at 16 locations across the state, including Pendleton Heights, Perry Meridian, Richmond, Mooresville, and Bloomington South. Good luck to all those teams and wrestlers this weekend. Meanwhile, in the pool, the postseason is here for girls swimming. Action begins tonight with sectional prelims at 20 locations across the state. Here's a look at the calendar for this year's girls swimming state tournament. As we said, sectionals begin tonight and continue on through Saturday. Next Tuesday will be the diving regionals, and then Friday, February 10th, the action shifts to the natatorium downtown and concludes Saturday. What an event that will be, as a lot of Central Indiana divers and swimmers look to bring home the titles. Time for a break, but we have much more ahead here on Zone Extra. Up next, it's the Coach's Corner. Her Millers are looking to go back to back. Noblesville's girls basketball coach Donna Buckley is here live with us. And still ahead, she's the defending state diving champion. We'll introduce you to our Athlete of the Week from Center Grove High School. Stay with us.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Moran. It's time now for our Coach's Corner. This beautiful lady sitting next to me is the leader of the Noblesville girls basketball team. Last year, her Millers won the Class 4A state title. Tomorrow night, they begin their quest for a repeat. Welcome in Miss Donna Buckley. Welcome to the Zone Extra. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be here.
This is a crazy sectionals for your Millers. You have 4 of the top 5 teams playing at your court and trying to get even further into the state playoffs. Have you ever seen anything like this in your 15 years of coaching in Noblesville?
Last year was probably as close as it has been. We had a lot of everybody ranked in the top 10, but to have 2, 3, 4, 5, I've never seen it.
What is that atmosphere going to be like?
It'll be amazing. Last year we were at Westfield. It was packed, standing room only every night, and it'll be that same way. This weekend will be crazy.
Your team has been exceptional this year, and that's saying something after winning the state championship last year. What's been different, though, about this year's team that has gotten you this far?
We've been a little bit different in, like I said, just some different kids have had to step up and take on roles that they didn't necessarily have to do last year. And they've done that really well. This group's so close. And I've done this a long time, I've never had a group as close as this group is, just on and off the floor. They love playing together, they have fun, and like I said, they want to win for each other.
That's exactly what they're doing, winning 21-3, ranked 2nd in the state. What has impressed you the most about their skill on the court this year?
They're resilient. They're just going to get after it. They're also relentless. We will play for 32 minutes. We're going to play hard. Our kids, they want to play defense. Again, offense is always fun, but these kids are also committed to, playing defense and rebounding, doing things that not everybody wants to do. That, just get on the floor, loose ball, all that stuff.
Meredith Tipner and Reagan Wilson both averaging 16 points a game for you. How pivotal have they been for the success of your team this year?
They're 2 of the better underclassmen in the state. They're so good and very different. Reagan's a point guard. She's that leader that's going to get you where you need to be. And again, she can score, but she also is great about making everybody around her so much better. And then Meredith Tipner is just an unbelievable athlete. She's actually state champ for soccer and basketball. Like I said, she's done it all. She is a tremendous athlete. And for us, like I said, she averages 17 a game and also 9 rebounds a game. So she really, truly does it all.
Wow, everything sounds like your success goes through her, especially all over the athletic department too. She's winning a soccer state championship as well. We mentioned you guys are the defending 4A state champions. I know a lot of the girls on the current team experienced that last year. How is that extra motivation into repeating this year?
For everybody that experienced that last year, there's no greater feeling. It was so fun, being able to celebrate, and then they're all best friends, and so that's a huge thing. They want to be able to extend our season, and not just win, but to extend the season and get to stay together another month, and to really, walk out there at Gamebridge. That was the most amazing feeling, and to celebrate with your community. So it's a huge motivating factor in what we're doing.
Take us back to that time. What was it like in those emotions, feeling that win? As you see right here, your girls just having a scrub right there in the center of Gamebridge Fieldhouse. What was that like?
Oh my gosh, from an athletic standpoint, there's no greater feeling. To see those kids and the journey they were on and the happiness that they got to experience. There were thousands of fans down there from Noblesville, and to be able to celebrate with us, it was incredible. It was truly like nothing you could ever imagine unless you're in that moment.
You've been at Noblesville for 15 years. You were telling me in the break, Noblesville's a special place. What makes it so special for you personally?
For me personally, we have great leadership. Our administration is awesome. They truly get it. Our AD is a former coach, and so she's somebody who's been on that journey. So they understand what it takes to support you. Parents are great. Our community support is unbelievable. I mean, there's truly, it's just, it's a big town, but it's still that small town feel to it, and it's the best place you could possibly be.
What's been your favorite part about coaching, especially this Millers team?
The kids. I mean, they're just the best group of kids. They're fun, they play hard. I never have to yell at them. I mean, truly, maybe twice all year where I've actually had to get on them. They're self-motivated, they're fun, they're great off the court. Never have to worry about them. They're super smart. Truly just so blessed to be around such a great group of kids.
Finally, Coach, as we look forward to the sectionals, we already talked about them earlier, but it's a special moment at Noblesville this week. 2 versus 3, 4 versus 5. You face Fishers. What's your brief scouting report here on the Tigers and how to beat them come Friday?
Well, they're really well coached. Lauren does a great job. I actually coached Lauren when she was in high school many years ago. So she is, like I said, she's great. Her kids take after her. She is a fighter and gonna have them well prepared. And like I said, you got to be physical. They rebound the basketball so well. Our kids have heard that a million times this week. If we don't rebound, we don't win. And so those are things that we're going to have to do. Again, they're really talented. The twins are awesome, but they've got a lot of talent around them as well. And again, Lauren's just as good as it gets in the coaching world. She's really good.
How many current coaches have you coached as players coach?
I don't know. One year at our sectional, I was looking around. There's, I think, four of my former players were either a head coach or an assistant on a staff. So that was cool to see in our sectional. And then it just means I'm old. Like I said, I've been around a long time. So but I love seeing these, women out now, leading other programs. And again, I think that it's so important to have female leaders in charge of our kids. So I love seeing that.
Coach Donna Buckley, a leader of the current Millers and the future leader of some great girls basketball coaches in the state of Indiana. Coach, thank you for joining us. Good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
We have still so much ahead on Zone Extra. This is our Athlete of the Week time. She's the Center Grove Junior looking for a second straight diving state championship. Up next, meet Maya Prusecki. Plus, we go on campus with former Center Grove quarterback and new Indiana Hoosier, Taven Jackson. Stay with us.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Morian. Thanks for joining us. As the IHSAA Girls Swimming and Diving State Champ Tournament gets underway, we have a Center Grove Junior that is our our Athlete of the Week. She's off for another diving championship 2 years ago as freshman Mia Prusecki finished 3rd at state. Then last season became the Trojans' first ever diving champion. This year, Mia has improved even more, extending her own program and Johnson County records. Last September, Prusecki committed to Ohio State for college. While she is looking forward to that chapter, right now, Mia's focus is on this year and the upcoming state tournament.
Definitely this year, I've had a pretty good season. I've improved my score for my 6 dives 3 times now. I think the main thing is consistency. I've had just really good meets, being able to manage focusing and also having fun with my teammates. And so I just think like being able to balance all of that is really good.
I mean, it's pretty amazing to get a talent like this. Doesn't come along every day, Been doing it for many years, seen a lot of divers, and she's definitely unique. It's really just a work ethic. There's a lot of natural ability there, but she has a work ethic like no other. She's a ball of energy, I guess. All the girls look up to her. great student, great athlete, good leader.
I competed for USA when I went to the Pan American Games in 2021, and it was a great feeling. I loved being able to support and represent the USA. It definitely opened my eyes to how many other divers there are in the world and how many people are actually insane, and it's super talented.
Good luck to Mia Prusecki as she goes on for the state swimming tournament. Much more to come here on the Zone Extra. We bring you the play of the week. It's one you're not going to want to miss. Plus, we talk to that guy, Paul Neidig, the most burning questions you need to ask the IHSAA commissioner. We have them for you when we get back.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. I'm Angela Morian. Thanks for joining us. Now it's time to go on campus where we catch up with a former Central Indiana High School athlete as they compete at the college level. This week we head down to Bloomington after spending one season at Tennessee. Former Center Grove star quarterback Taven Jackson entered the transfer portal and last month committed to Coach Tom Allen and the Indiana Hoosiers. While in high school, Jackson led the Trojans to consecutive state titles. As a senior, he threw for over 1,800 yards and 21 touchdowns with just 3 interceptions. Wow. Jackson says his relationship with Coach Allen goes back years. He's already feeling right at home in Bloomington.
Going in the portal and seeing the options, Indiana stuck out the most. And it's because of Coach Allen's energy, the love that he has for the players, what he brings every single day, a loving culture. I've been here for a week in a locker room, on the field, doing field work, and everybody loves each other. Everybody looks out for each other. Everybody wants everyone to succeed.
Taven is, of course, the younger brother of IU basketball star Trace Jackson Davis. I know you IU fans would love to see some records broken on the football side, just like Jackson Davis does on basketball. All right, time to ask the commissioner. It's each week we take one of your questions to the IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here's this week's question. Where does the IHSAA stand when it comes to the number of officials for high school games this year?
You know, we still evaluate what our officials numbers are every month, and we continue to try to find ways to recruit new officials into the game. I look at it a way that student athletes that got to participate because of an official, hopefully they see the value in that and they want to give back to the game that gave them so much by officiating. But we see some improvement so far this year, but time will tell. You know, obviously with this great state with basketball, we have a lot of basketball officials in this state. But as we get into the springtime with baseball and softball and have to reschedule due to rain and those things, that's when we tend to see some particular shortages. And I know the staff's been working very hard to recruit new officials into high school sports. And we do it from a multitude of areas. High school officials also do a great job of recruiting other officials. And I tell them all the time, I don't need a lot of officials. I just need your replacement. So give me one. And so we're going to continue to work with that and get as many officials as we can so parents can watch, kids can play the sport that they've always loved.
Speaking of kids playing the sport that they always loved, here's our top play of the week. Miles Colvin from Heritage Christian, around the horn, and he goes in for the alley-oop. Look at this. Wow. The future Boilermaker making a splash. Our crew see a lot of great action, but we don't see it all. We want to see your best plays every week. Make sure you submit them on Twitter. Also, we have a big game tonight on WNDY, our sister station, My Indy TV 23. It's Carmel versus Lawrence North. It'll be right here starting at 7:30. Make sure you switch over to catch it. And tomorrow night is a big night of high school basketball hoops action again across Central Indiana as the state tournament rolls on in girls basketball with sectional finals. We will have all the great action in the zone tomorrow night starting at 11:08. Let's take a look at some of the big games we have coming at you. Fishers and Noblesville, as we just talked to the coach of the Millers, HSE and Zionsville. Cathedral, Lawrence North, Pike, Ben Davis, and Bishop Chatard against Brebeuf. All these rivalries, all these top teams, we're going to have them for you. for you all right here on Wish TV during The Zone, starting at 11:08. That's it for The Zone Extra. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to tune in every Thursday night for a brand new episode. We'll see you then.